Welcome to Rated Radio, the show where artists and albums are pitted against each other while their songs get rated on a scale of 0 to 10. I'm your host, Shane Wyndham, and this is the Pink Floyd Deep Dive. Hope you're ready for a fight. So I handpicked two of these albums. It couldn't be albums that were previously covered when Pink Floyd was covered on the show. So that did limit me a bit. But yeah, I got to handpick two, and then the third was randomly rolled. We are going to start with the randomly rolled album, which was Adam Hart Mother from 1970. This was my bottom album. Of the 5 tracks, I thought one was great, and none of them got a flawless rating. My bottom track was Adam Hart Mother. It's just too much in its totality. And my top track was Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast. The music makes me feel like I'm seeing Einstein work out how to do so much more than add and subtract. Next up is Wish You Were Here from 1975. This was my middle album. Of the 5 tracks, I thought 5 were great, and one of them got a flawless rating. My bottom track was Shine On You Crazy Diamond parts 6 through 9, and my top track was Shine On You Crazy Diamond parts 1 through 5. The music makes me feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience. And finally, The Wall from 1979. This double disc was my top album. Of the 26 tracks, I thought 22 were great, and 2 of them got a flawless rating. I'll give my bottom and top from each disc here. Bottom tracks were Goodbye Cruel World and Bring the Boys Back Home. Top tracks were Mother and Comfortably Numb. The music makes me feel like insecurity is killing the revolution. Honestly, it was much more difficult than expected to pick a winner between Wish You Were Here and The Wall, especially given that some personal favorites from The Wall, like Hey You and Nobody Home, didn't hit that perfect score my nostalgic brain was anticipating. Ultimately, though, The Wall offers up a narrative amid its listening adventure, and Wish You Were Here, near flawless though it is a disparate collection of tunes which end on something of a low note. One really must marvel at the godlike talent it takes to construct a 13.5-minute song which manages capturing and holding that perfect rating of 10, and then follow it up with 3 more songs which any one of would have been the height of most groups' entire careers. It's that reprise of Shine On You Crazy Diamond which keeps irking me like a fly buzzing around while I'm enjoying what's otherwise one of the best meals of my life. Parts 6 and 7 are both awesome, but their connection feels mildly forced, and parts 8 and 9 are lackluster bits I've given up hope of growing on me. The Wall has weak spots, but even those aren't without merit. One could argue there's too much reliance on the melodies of In the Flesh and Another Brick, just showing up again and again, but the overall delivery never fails being satisfying when experienced from start to finish. So I'm crowning The Wall winner here. A bit about Adam Hart Mother though before we part ways for another week. It's one of the few Floyd albums I hadn't experienced until now, and it deserves more praise than I appear to be giving it. Big problem is the shorter tracks are middling, while the longer tracks have stellar sections as well as those which feel like experimental chores. As someone who cut his teeth on very early and rather late eras in Floyd's discography, Adam Hart truly does hit like a missing link, a semi-splendid look at the caterpillar within the chrysalis, becoming the butterfly most listeners revere. Other works post-Sid and pre-Dark Side tend to feel like a group having a crisis of identity, great though they are in most places. Adam Hart Mother, therefore, surprised me when what I heard was like being able to see how the sun and planets of our solar system formed from that initial disk of colorful stardust. It makes Dark Side feel much less like something anomalously landed upon, and much more like an evolutionary piece of their mutating sound. It felt great to hear more Floyd, and I'm now free to cover their entire discography on the Patreon page, so be sure you're following along there as well. I'm almost certainly going to have 4 more of their LPs rated on the page by the time you're hearing this. Please like or comment if you're still listening, and remember you can send all kinds of feedback to rated_radio@yahoo.com, an easy way to get your voice on the show. You can even see the majority of songs I rate by clicking join for free at patreon.com/ratedradio. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Until next time, fill your world with music.